Funny we should get two biopics revolving around the Olympics just a week apart from each other. So, Eddie the Eagle is a true story about a young boy that really wanted to be an Olympian.
Where do you think you're going, young man?
The Olympics.
You better take this, put your medals in.
Thanks, Mum.
For as long as I can remember, it has been my ambition to become an Olympian.
Eddie, you are not an athlete!
I just needed to find the right sport.
Like, the movie starts off with him being 10 years old and dreaming of being part of the Olympics. He didn't know what he was good at. He didn't know what he would be. He just knew he wanted to be in the Olympics, and that was his major dream. Eventually, Eddie finds his calling with ski jumping, and eventually he gets the help from Hugh Jackman.
More difficult than I expected.
Good.
Now, this is a very inspiring, true underdog story that surprisingly ends more realistically than most underdog stories of this type. True, it is based off a true story, so you can't really change the ending. But as far as most inspirational sports movies, this definitely ends in a much more realistic way. Now, honestly, I had a blast watching this movie. There's very few moments where I wasn't laughing or smiling. Taron Egerton really killed it in this role. Granted, the only other movie I've seen him or recognized him in is Kingsman: The Secret Service, but he's a very different person from Kingsman. He transforms into something completely different, and it was actually amazing watching him do it.
Mum, where's my purple rucksack?
Under the stairs.
Thank you.
What, are you going camping?
No, going to Germany. Coach leaving very soon. Sorry, Dad, I've got to get on them slopes.
Because not only is it goofy and funny in a very quirky, weird, bizarre way, he still comes off as a very likable character.
I'm going to be an Olympic ski jumper.
He's definitely someone I found myself rooting for, even though he felt a little demented, you know? It definitely follows the same tropes and plot lines of your typical underdog inspirational story, but it's executed in too great of a way to ignore. I love the visual style of the movie, and I do love the score. The score seemed to hit all the right notes. It sounded 80s-like because it was set during the 80s. It still has an inspirational tone to it, as well as being fun, entertaining, and a little bit quirky. It felt like it embodied the entirety of what this movie's about. There is definitely some over-the-top craziness in this movie, but the type of over-the-top things that's exciting, fun, entertaining, charming, and there's a lot more class to its over-the-topness than other movies. I think the only real main issue I had with the film is its CGI. And I'm not talking about its backgrounds or even some of the camera angles having weird CGI. That was all part of the style that I liked, but it's the CGI characters when they wipe out. Now, I've seen this in comedies before where it almost seems like they intentionally make the CGI look a little bad to almost add to the humor of it. Now, there are a few comedies that can get away with this for me, but most of the time it just is a little irritating. And I have to say, you know exactly when a person's going to wipe out because you can see that bad CGI character going down the slope, and it just looks kind of awful. I know it's cartoony, it's part of the style, and I'm sure to some it makes it look a little funnier, but for me it just irritates me when it's really cartoony in that CGI way.
Guy, number 2 in the world. And he knew what he was doing.
Other than that, I really enjoyed the film, and I'm going to give Eddie the Eagle 4 stars. So did you see Eddie the Eagle? What did you think about it? Go ahead and comment. And if you like this video, please subscribe and check out my playlist of 2015 and 2016 movie reviews. As always, this is Bruce Gifford, and this was Just My Opinion.